Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast, you guys. We're here today to talk about Ready to Love. I would like to once again welcome all my new subbies, and if you have not already subscribed, please consider it. We would love to have you. And you guys, I want to also reiterate again that I will be at a conference next week, so my videos are going to be late if at all. I think no matter what, I'm going to try very hard to do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for sure when I come back. So it'll be a few days late, but I think I'm still going to really do it. Tomorrow, I'm going to do everything in my power to do Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion part 2, and also Married to Medicine. Yeah, I'm gonna do Married to Medicine so that I can give my opinion on all this bullshit going on this show. Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna get started on that. I can go on a whole tangent about Married to Medicine right now, but I am really going to talk about it. So, let's get started with Married. No, what is this? Ready to Love. All right, so the episode opens with the men meeting up with Tommy. Yeah, nephew Tommy, and he's letting them know that they have the power, of course, to eliminate, and they have to introduce the women to some truth tellers in their life. So whether it's a best friend, an ex, a coworker, anybody that you feel like is going to keep it real with you, that's who they need to meet. So let the games begin. All right, so we start off with funny looking Randall. Dang it, no, I said I'm gonna try not to talk about the way they look. I'm gonna try. So Randall. He brought his ex-girlfriend Brittany. She's a cute girl. He says she's been with him through thick and thin. She walks up. She's like, "What you got me doing?" Like, she was very down to earth. She's like, "How many girls you got coming?" He said 3. She's like, "Damn, 3?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's here playing the game, sis. It's okay." So in walks Jamala with the makeup. Her and her her and her makeup, they came in. And who else? Kayla, brown girl. She came in wearing brown. Yes, she did. She just blends the fuck in to everything. Like, everything is blended in her whole, like, nothing stands out about her. And it's awful because she's not a bad looking girl. And let me just tell y'all something, which is a little bit of truth, you guys. I know I'm going in on the way they look and everything, but these are pretty girls that I'm just talking about different things that's going on with what they're wearing, what they're doing, what they're choosing. Brown girl. I used to call my sister brown girl when she had her hair all the same and it was blending with her skin and everything like that. So that's where I came up with it. It's not even a funny joke, really. It's just really saying all your shit is blending. Like, come on, where's the pop of color? Give us something. You are blending in. And I also want to say with the whole handsome Squidward thing, you guys, truth. A few years ago, sent my baby a picture with me. I had a do-rag on my head, and I have high cheekbones and everything. I swear to God, I sent a picture of myself and handsome Squidward in a side-by-side. And I was like, wow, I look like handsome Squidward. And we just laughed about it. So I'm saying all that to say, I saw an interview, I think it was on Little Black Book, where the girl with the cakey face makeup, Jamala, she was talking about how people go in on the way they look and everything. And I get it, it's rude. But I'm not saying any of these girls are unattractive. I'm just talking about the fact that she herself chose the wrong makeup. Like, mama, you gotta blend. You gotta find your color. That's not your color. It's not good. And no one told you. In all these episodes, no one told you that's not your color. And also, I'm just saying that the stuff that I'm saying, I don't feel like I look like a man or anything like that. But at the time, like, what's her name? Cherise. She has very strong features, and I don't look manly, but I have high cheekbones and everything. So if you know what handsome Squidward looks like, it's just a joke. So I'm not really trying to offend anyone. They're pretty girls. Look a little manly, some of them, but it's okay. They're still pretty girls. All right, I just went on a whole tangent, but I mean, I feel bad when they talk about how people talk about how they look and everything because I'm not out here trying to hurt nobody's feelings. But, and I don't even know if they talking about me. Hell, I have no idea. But I know that you just got to pick the right makeup, sis. All right, so I'm not going to go into every little thing that they said, but I will say that they started off the conversation with Crochet Hair asking his ex girlfriend when were they together or whatever. And I totally disagreed with that. Like, I'm just like, girl, you're not driving this bus. I'm sorry. This is about you all, it has nothing to do with them. And his ex girlfriend answered and she allowed it, but then she jumped in and took control. And I'm like, okay, good. So she ended up asking them about their goals and everything. And come to find out, in the end, well, let me not skip to the end. Okay, I swear to God, it never fails. All right, so all the ladies gave their answer, and then after Cakey Face with the caked up makeup or whatever, she gave her answer in the confessional. Brown girl was like, Jamala's always giving off this energy, and I'm like, what kind of energy? But I think I get it. I mean, I don't know. She acts like he is actually hers, and they are actually together. And we're going to see a little bit more of that in the next episode from the preview. She's giving me Camille and Cornelius vibes, and she just needs to calm down. In the end, his ex girlfriend said she feels the softness of Kayla, and she did not like Jamala. Which, not she didn't like her, but she didn't like her for him because she felt like um, her answer was all about him. And I'm like, yeah, a little obsessive, right? Like, you getting that too, right? And she didn't like Crochet Hair because she said she didn't feel like she was being real and genuine. And I think that's true too, you guys, because Crochet Hair, she gave us nice girl all the way up until the end. And we gonna talk about it. I'm not I'm not gonna jump ahead, but she been playing us, y'all. She not as nice as she's pretending to be. All right, the next date was Brown Girl with Mike and his friend. I'm not sure. She said that's her brother, but I think it was like play brother, something like that. It's an older lady. And then we have, of course, his girl that he likes. Is her name Brandy, the little chihuahua? So I'm just gonna wrap this up in terms of what the friend thought. She felt like him and Brandy had a connection because when they spoke, there was eye contact. So before the little one, no, him and Brown Girl. Did I say that? But and so all of that was before the little one came. And when the Chihuahua came, then she's like, "Oh, I think that's your match because you were really nervous and moving or whatever when you talked to her and when she came." So, okay. She's saying what everybody already knows. They like each other. And you guys, I think they're playing the game and they're smart. They're playing the game, but I think it's very strategic the fact that she's going on other dates with other people and he is too. And they're not being super clingy like, oh, we're together, we're together. Although everybody knows it's them liking each other, they're still seeming like they're in the game, even though I feel like they're not. I think they're bullshitting basically just to stay on so people won't be like, oh, well, I have no connection with them. Their choice is already made and let them go. So smart. What they're doing is smart. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I don't feel any sort of connection to any of these couples and their connections. We just don't really get it because they again need to really do a reboot of this show. Like, we are not connected to these people. If y'all are, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel a connection to any of them. And when they get together and start liking each other, I still don't feel it. I don't feel it. So I will say one thing that I found interesting was when the little chihuahua came. First of all, her and Kayla. Well, Kayla said she does want another kid or something like that. But when the chihuahua came, she said she didn't want kids or she didn't want a man with kids. And his friend was like, "Well, what made you change your mind?" And she's like, "Well, look at him," and all that. And I just feel like if the roles were reversed and it was a man saying that, that wouldn't be good enough. And so for me, that's not good enough. What does that mean? Well, look at him. No, that doesn't make you change your whole entire mind. Like, if that was a boundary or if that was a deal breaker for you, how is it not really? I guess I just mean, like, how do you not stick with what your stance is? If it's been your stance for all these years, your whole adult life, I don't know how old she is, but now suddenly you're fine with it just because of the way he looks. To me, it was just not an acceptable answer, but okay, they like each other, so we'll have it. We'll allow it, I guess. All right, so next we have Samson, and he brings his ex girlfriend, very pretty girl, to meet Looney, Cherise, and who is the other one? Is it Crochet Hair? Because she's so forgettable. I'm gonna have to get back to y'all on who the other one is because I actually really can't remember. But Cherise, so the girlfriend or the ex girlfriend asks, what they like about him or how they feel about him, and Cherise it just goes all in like, yeah, I like his vibe or whatever, and I'm willing to fight for him. And I don't think she means willing to fight for him like physically fight. I think she just means like in this game. So it's so crazy that now I like Cherise. Like when it first started, the first what 2 to 3 episodes, I was like, this broad gotta go. Like something's wrong with her. But she's softened up a lot. Like she's not being like she was before. And I think that they are just set out to misunderstand her because Looney is in the confessional and she's like, yeah, she just sounds like a pick me. And I think these women have their mind made up about her now because they were there, they were noticing the stuff that she was saying, the foul stuff that we saw the first couple episodes. Well, my whole thing is either call her on it, say something about it, don't really fool with her, but you ain't really gotta hate on her the way they do. Like they just really ain't feeling this girl at all. So she gets her answer. And I said last time that Looney was not problematic. And she's not problematic. Number one, I just don't like that super brown lipstick on her in the confessional. It's just too brown. It's just too dark. And it doesn't flatter her at all because she's a pretty girl. I also don't like the different voices and the different goofiness that she brings, and it's like she can't be serious or just hold on a regular conversation unless what she actually held on a natural conversation with, what was his name, not the goofball, the narcissist Justice. She was able to talk to him and not be super goofy. So I don't know what this other side is, but I don't like it. Yeah, y'all. She like, I'm gonna show him all of this, and I'm like, that don't sound like pick me to you. Like that don't sound like an issue. You talking about showing him all of this, and she just said she would fight for him. Like, yeah, y'all all sounding super thirsty. It's just too much. And the other one was not Crochet Hair. It was Lil Chihuahua. She's there. And it's interesting because when it was her turn to speak, the first thing she brought up was she had an issue with his gifts and his gift giving. And I was like, you sound dumb as hell. Like, you sound really dumb. Who has an issue with somebody bringing gifts? Number one. Number two, he's not even your pick. You don't even like him. So, fuck do you care? Honestly, what do you care? And it's crazy because you could see Samson's face that he was irritated. Like, as soon as she said it, he started fidgeting in his mouth, and like you could tell that he was just really irritated, as he should have been. Like, damn, I'm trying to do something nice. This is just what I do because I'm a caring, giving person, and I tried to give you something that made sense. He gave her a book and told her to write up on things, and I guess from a conversation they had, it was very nice. And she irritated the shit out of me with that, for real, because it's like, why are you even there? Honestly, why are you there? All right, so just to wrap this up, in the end, his ex girlfriend chooses Cherise. She said she felt like Cherise was softer and very calm or whatever, and I was like, "Yes, Cherise, you go ahead, girl. You won one." Y'all, did y'all peep when Samson's ex was telling them that if they can find their way into his heart, and she was like touching his chest and she just kept doing it, and I was like, I see you, sis. Like, I see you like really rubbing on this man's chest. She's getting one in. It's fine. She also said that Looney, well, she said there's no connection whatsoever with him and Chihuahua, which we already know. There's nothing there. She said that Looney, she just wants a man who's just gonna be like, here, I'm all about you, I just want you, and like pretty much kind of chase her. And she's not about that either. So made sense. Y'all, now here we go with the madness. So Full Force, shout out to Pretty in Pink. Full Force meets up with his friend Ish or whatever, and he's telling him that there's this girl that he's feeling, and I'm like, are you really? He's talking about round the way girl, but he says that he hasn't talked to her since they had the whole blow up when he met her friend. And I'm like, how you really like her and you really connected to her, but y'all haven't talked about the situation at hand. Like you were extremely offended and y'all haven't talked about it at all. Yet she's here playing the game with you. Like I just feel like it's all a game. It's all like let's stay on the show. So come on, you're my connection. Let's go. Like I just feel like all these people need to be gone. I'm not even gonna lie. Just get rid of them all of them. And she comes and y'all, I'm just not feeling her energy. This girl should have been gone. I don't understand how they still have her around. She is the most combative person that probably, no, I was finna say that has probably been on here, but no, that would have been Denise. Wasn't that her name? Y'all, she acted a fool on her season. If that was her name, I think it was her name. But yeah, I just don't like this girl. So hold on, let me look and see what his friend says because I can't remember. Oh, but wait. We then go over to Skinny Jeans, LJ. Y'all, ugh, I don't like anything about this guy, like at all. I don't understand how he's still here. I don't understand the process. I don't understand how these people are still here. But he's here, and he brought his ex girlfriend, Lauren. And when they show Lauren, she looks like she's not with the shits at all. Like, she looks like, why am I here for real? Like, the way that, what was it? Randall's friend was like, what you got me into? No, this was different. She was looking pissed off about being here. So we find out, no, I'm not going to jump ahead. All right, so Crochet Hair comes in, and y'all, something about her. It's something about her. I'm just not feeling something about her. She sits down and she's like, yeah, so you're his last relationship, right? And I'm like, girl, this is not how this is supposed to work. You did it again. You don't get to ask the questions first. What are you doing? Like, so irritating. And the girl is just like, yeah. Come to find out, she's like, well, are you guys still sleeping together? Which, okay, good question. I give you that one. I would have never asked it because ain't none of my business. He ain't my man. I don't think I really care that much. But she asked it and she got the real answer, which was they slept together last month. Now, it moves from last month to a month ago later on, but that's not what she said. No, no, no. She said last month, which Crochet Hair said it was a couple days ago. Like last month was just 2 days ago. So that could have been at any point in time. And you know what I was thinking the whole entire time? Skinny Jeans is dumb as hell. He's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. I was just like yelling at the TV. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. Why would you bring her? Like, it's like he wanted to get caught or he wanted to let them know, yeah, I still got options. And like, who would want him after this? Honestly, I would love to see how he's still going to be in the game next time. If he don't go home on the next one, I know something. Like, honestly, nobody should want to deal with him at all because he's dumb as hell. Why would you bring her? So the girl Looney ends up coming. We just gonna tie them up because I was so irritated with him and the fact that you shouldn't be here anyway. And now this is what you do? Like you bring somebody that you still fucking? Like honestly? And Looney asked the girl, are you still in love with him? Oh, I still love him. And they like, oh, okay. And the girl just looks very bothered, very uncomfortable. And of course, this is somebody she's still sleeping with. And then you bring in two other girls around her. Like it was just so immature. It was disrespectful. It was just rude. Like, oh my God, I just cannot stand. Well, I won't say I can't stand this guy. I don't know him, but I can't stand what he did and how stupid he is. He's dumb as hell. So they end up asking him, well, is there a chance that y'all can get back together? And he's like, well, I never say never, but I would love to see who still wants to date him after this. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if he's still in the running and he's not the next to go home, this is some bullshit. Sorry. You guys, it's unbelievable that Skinny Jeans, who his ex-girlfriend looks way too cute to be with him. Like, honestly, she should... Girl, listen to me. You can do way better. He is just a goof troop. Like, ugh. Anyway, he in the confessional has the nerve to kind of blame her for the night. Yeah, I think the night was awkward because I feel like Lauren could have asked more questions on my behalf. You think so? Like, honestly, you think somebody that you are sleeping with is going to come and try to help you find new love? Just dumb. Anyway, Full Force and Round the Way Girl. Listen, so she's telling him how, they just communicate differently because she can talk it out and he just shuts down. And I'm like, yeah, you could talk it out because you're combative. All you want to do is argue. So, of course, you can talk it out. And they talked about how her friend came in hot and was all over him. And his friend Ish was just like, well, are you like that? And she's like, I can be. She already knows she's a problem and she don't care. What is he seeing her, honestly? So he's just like, well, they say that show me your friends and I'll show you who you really are. I don't believe that. So when she leaves, his friend talks to him and he's like, listen, what's the deal with y'all? And he's like, well, I'm kind of feeling her, but I just don't like some things she do. Like when she speak or when I'm speaking, she's behind me, like making faces or whatever. And his friend is like, yeah, that's disrespectful. And he's like, yeah, but I told her about it. She's disrespectful. She's just too much. She's too much for anybody. She just needs to go somewhere and sit down and learn to be quiet. Like, learn to be a young lady. She's too aggressive and manly, and she knows it, and she thinks it's cute. So I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, Full Force. So his friend tells him, take it slow. Listen, if that's what you like, then I love it, basically, is what he said. But I wouldn't jump in, just take it slow with her. And I'm like, yeah, so slow that you just leave her behind because she's not going to change. All right, so now we get another group. I don't think it was a date. I think it was just them kind of getting together, talking. I'm not sure because none of these people really like each other in terms of like dating. So it was kind of weird. It was Mike, Skinny Jeans, Round the Way Girl, and Handsome Squidward. And Mike is talking, and of course, Round the Way Girl is like, yeah, we don't really get to see you, this and that. And he's just like, yo, as soon as I get ready to answer a question, you've already answered it for me and then asked another question and you don't give people a chance. And she's just shaking her head, yeah. Like she thinks it's cute. And he's just like, listen, Katie, and like she just drama, like gossip, like she just does way too much. And it's not cute. She thinks it's cute. And the bad part is, y'all, she's not an unattractive girl. She's a pretty girl, but her ways and the way she acts make it just makes her not look cute. So he ends up asking them, if they're tight, her and Cherise. And Cherise is like in the confessional or the little over, you know how they do like the little voiceover. We hear Cherise talking about how they had gotten into it, but she let it go. And so when Mike asked Round the Way Girl, are y'all close? So it's so weird. This whole scene was weird. Cherie says, yeah, and then she's talking around the way, girl, and she's like, you're just very aggressive, and the stuff that you say just comes off away or whatever. And in the confessional, round the way girl is like, yeah, she's saying all this stuff and all this bad stuff about me, and I just don't care enough to even respond. Like, it's so much I can say about her, but I don't care enough. And she turns to Mike, round the way girl, and she's like, I'm not here to make friends. And Cherise is like, what? You're not here to make friends? Y'all, it's so weird, this whole thing. This back and forth of Cherise really caring and being like, yo, that's not what you told me. You told me that we were friends. You told me that we were going to be friends. And here, let me read this text message. And the text message was like, yeah, if we don't even find love, then at least we found each other and a friendship or whatever. And I'm like, that shit's weird. Like, why are y'all doing all of that together? It's just weird. So then, round the way girl is like, yeah, I was just lying to you. And like, none of it looked good. She's like, you were just lying? You're fake. And she's like, you asked me to go on a date with you and your sugar daddy. And she's like, that's not true. That's not true. And then round the way girl says, yeah, well, you were talking about Samson's car. And so I really want to know what kind of car Samson has. What's wrong with Samson's car? Samson, speak up. What's going on with your car? And I can't wait to the reunion because I am more than positive that's going to be a question. It better be. But yeah, the back and forth here, and the guys were just like laughing and enjoying the fact that these girls were fighting, which that makes me sick too. Like, I can't stand men who get off on that shit. Like, you should honestly feel like that's sickening. Like, I don't want to see two women sitting here, making themselves look bad. They should have tried to stop it. But look at who we're talking about. Again, on Little Black Books channel, I saw where Mike was doing some sort of interview or FaceTime, not FaceTime, it was like a Zoom interview or whatever. He was on there. He's very aggressive. He was very upset about everything and nothing, and he just wasn't a pleasant guy. So I was just like, ugh. He comes off exactly how he does on TV, or even worse, actually. So this whole group, throw the whole goddamn group away, please. Thank you. You guys, Cherise said when they first got on the phone, Kay, Round the Way Girl was saying how none of the dudes had money and stuff. I'm like, that sounds like something she would say. The only thing I hated about this scene was the way that Cherise was making herself look. It was just like, please be my friend. You said we were friends. Now we're not friends. But I did like the fact that she was sticking up for herself and she wasn't backing down to Round the Way Girl. And she made Round the Way Girl look stupid, talking about how fake she was or whatever. And she's just like, she's making little, calling her a bully. And she's making little sounds or whatever, like, rah. And I'm like, how dumb are you? Like, you look stupid. So it was just a stupid scene, but it was very weird because why are we, Round the Way Girl saying she's playing the game with her? Oh, I didn't mean it, because Mike looked at her after Cherise read the text about them being friends, and he's like, did you mean it? No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I was playing a game with you. You're not here to play a game with the girls. You're here to play with the guys. So why are you playing a game with the girls? You sound stupid. All right, you guys. So wrapping it up, the two ladies that were put up to go home were Looney and Crochet Head Girl. And Crochet Head Girl met up with Mike, and he knew coming through the door that something was up with her. He's like, "Where's the smile? Yeah, whatever." Because they know that after the men meet, if you go out on a date, that you know what that is. Like Looney said, she's like, "Listen, I know what I'm here for. So let's just get to it." Excuse me. And she took it very well. She listened to Samson. He took her out. She listened to him speak or whatever, everything he had to say, what the issue was and everything. But Tranika, broke arm girl, what's her name? Crochet Head Girl came in hot. She was like, yeah, I'm real pissed off that I'm here. And them saying that I wasn't trying, I've been trying with her. And I was like, yo, is this the nice girl? Is this the nice girl? Like, are you that upset that you were put up on the chopping block? Girl, like, who are your real connections here? Honestly, like, I know she went out on a couple dates and she met a couple people or whatever, as if she was a connection, but who is she really connected to here, you guys? I have no idea. But the way she acted was just so unattractive. I was just like, oh my God. Anytime you go on these shows, you guys, it just makes you look so much better if you just take it the way Looney did, because she was the one that ended up getting sent home. And she was just like, listen, met some great people. There is no one here for me. Sorry, because she didn't like LJ in the first place. She was like, yeah, I just don't know why I'm not calling him back. And I'm like, I know why you're not calling him back. You don't like him. Look at him. Like, you don't like him. But she took it in stride the way it should be handled. And Tranika just, oh my God, made herself look so bad, and for nothing. They didn't even send her home this time. Oh, but you're going, sis, because you have no connection for real. So just wait it out, because your time is coming. But the way she acted was just so, y'all, these people, I swear to God. So if you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. And you guys, I will see you for the next video, like I said, which will be Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. Hopefully, I'm really going to try to do Married to Medicine. I really am. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And what did I say already? If you're still here, you're the real MVP. If you have not already, please consider subscribing, like, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.